What's going on YouTube? Did you see that Elon Musk just bought a 9% stake in Twitter? Dude, that's insane. So I'm really hoping that this brings big change to Twitter because so far Twitter has been more of a anti-democracy platform than a free speech, non-censored platform because they actually ban people from their platform for certain words that they say. And my kitty loves whenever I talk to the camera. She likes to come up and hang out with me because she's a little cutie mama moo moo boo boo bear. Twitter pretty much just shot up overnight. Like it went from $39 all the way up to about 47, and then it's slowly increasing. And the question is, should I buy into Twitter? I just feel like whenever a company just shoots up this fast, it just seems a little risky to me to start buying into the stock, because if you look in the past, you see that at this section here, it went up and then it just tanked. You know, that's what it does. If it shoots up really fast, I feel like there's a big percentage chance that it's going to tank back down. And then once it goes back down, it'll probably go back up. But for some reason, it just tanked all the way from September 2021 down to like February this month. It's really been tanking. I thought about getting into it, but then I was like, I don't know about Twitter because like the free speech on there is very limited and they will ban you for anything. Even like you could literally come up with your own theory about something and they'll be like, this is misinformation, you're gonna get banned and you'll never be allowed on Twitter again. And you know, they banned Trump because of the January 6th riots, or yeah, insurrection. But like, I don't know, like, is that really Trump's fault? I'm not sure. But I think that free speech is necessary in a democracy. When there's no free speech, that's whenever things start going downhill. And I think that Elon Musk's plan is to bring more free speech into Twitter. And a lot of people on Twitter might be against that because there's a lot of leftists, and all the leftists, they really like to censor people and have them like banned off the platform. And like that's just something they enjoy in life. They don't want anybody to be able to say anything out of line from what they think. And everything that they say is the truth, and anything someone else says is not the truth. But you got banned because you called it before the truth really came out, right? Just like the lab leak theory. Now it's like okay to talk about it, but before you would get banned. This is a big thing about Twitter, and a reason I didn't invest in it is because of that, like all the censoring. And I don't support companies that censor people, and I think that Elon Musk is doing a good thing here in buying a huge stake into it so that he has more voting rights than everybody else. He did have a poll saying free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? Yes or no? So it's obvious that most people believe that Twitter is doing the wrong thing, but I would choose no. Nobody believes it except for 30%, which are probably like brainwashed people that don't understand like freedom of speech and democracy. They're a private company. They make their own rules. Kind of like whenever you made your workers come to the factory during the pandemic. It's not a private company. It's freaking on the stock market. It's a public company, dude. What is this? What is wrong with this dude? How is it a private company? The company is on the stock market and Elon bought a huge stake into it. Haha. You know, whenever you go in the stock market, you go from private to public. Anti-free speech is anti-democracy. Bam! Boom! What? Public? No, Twitter is not a private company. Twitter used to be a private company, but it put an initial public offering. Like, these people on, like, the people that believe that Twitter should be allowed to censor free speech and take away democracy are the same people that don't even understand that Twitter is not a private company. It's a public company. And like, what are they thinking? Like, these people literally don't know anything. I believe in Elon Musk, and I think that Elon Musk can make changes to Twitter and bring people back that were banned. And he has a huge stake in it, which means he's a majority shareholder. And like, that's insane. Honestly, I think he should have bought like 5 billion worth. I mean, Elon Musk is rich as fuck. He has 267 billion dollars. I mean, eventually, I think it could reach back up to its 52-week high of $73. I think it could go back up. So Elon Musk took a 9.2% stake in Twitter to become the platform's biggest shareholder a week after hinting he might shake up the social media industry. Twitter shares surged as much as 20% after Elon Musk's purchase was revealed Monday in a regulatory filing. The gain marked the stock's biggest intraday increase since its first day of trading following the company's 2013 initial public offering. The stake is worth about 2.89 billion based on Friday's market close. Given Elon's prior comments about wanting to start social media company, I would say it's possible that he will increase his stake in Twitter or take a controlling interest in the company sometime soon. Musk has been one of the biggest personalities on Twitter and has regularly run into trouble on the platform. The announcements will be yet another major test for new Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, who replaced Jack Dorsey after he unexpectedly resigned in November. Yeah, I think Jack Dorsey was tired of getting all the heat for his communist authoritarian control over Twitter, and I think that this dude is probably going to be worse or hopefully better. Hopefully Elon Musk can change some things about Twitter, because I think that they're just going to go downhill, or it's just going to be a 100% leftist platform, which actually could make DWAC go down in price, and then Truth Social not really come out as much if Elon Musk changes Twitter to be more free in the speech and less censorship. Then we won't even need to go to Truth Social because Twitter is fixed by Elon Musk. Pretty good thinking right there, huh? So, would you want to buy a acquisition company that isn't even owned by Trump yet? I mean, that's like the most risky thing you can do. Musk posted a cryptic meme in December after Twitter announced that Agrawal was taking over from Dorsey as Twitter CEO. It depicted Agrawal as the Soviet director Joseph Stalin and Dorsey as Soviet secret police head Nikola Yezhov being shoved into the water. So he's pretty much just saying that Jack Dorsey and the new guy I think, are like communist. They're freaking communists, dude. Like anybody that supports censorship and anti-free speech are just communists or like authoritarian whatever, dude. Like there's something freaking wrong with you if you don't believe in democracy and freedom. If you don't believe in free speech, you don't believe in freedom, which means you don't believe in the First Amendment, which means you don't believe in the Constitution and what the Constitution is set for. I 100% believe in the Constitution, and I think that America shall always be free, and we never want censorship. And that is how it will be, because that is the foundation of this country. It looks like Elon has his eyes laser set on Twitter, um, adding that the stake could lead to a more aggressive ownership role. Twitter is particularly vulnerable to outside pressure because, unlike Google, Facebook, Amazon, Snap, the company's founders don't have a special voting control over its future. The company has just recovered from activists pressured by Elliott that started in 2020, which led Dorsey, who was serving his second stint as CEO of Twitter, to set a succession plan. It's unclear what Elon Musk is planning with his stake. The filing with the SEC shows that the date of the event that triggered the disclosure was March 14th. The type of form used often indicates the investor isn't seeking to acquire control of the company or to influence who controls it. Musk, already the world's richest person, Musk has lambasted Twitter's recent development of profile pictures linked to non-fungible tokens, saying the social media company has the wrong priorities. Now, I'm not much of a NFT fan because I think that they aren't worth much as what they're saying it's worth, and I think it's just a big scam. I would say, like, from what I hear, it seems like 90% of it is a scam, just like crypto. Like there's that like 5% cryptos that are good, and there's like 14,000 different cryptocurrencies. So how many of those do you think are actually legitimate cryptos? I would say about 2-3%, just like NFTs. Everybody's trying to scam everybody. I know people that have personally been scammed. This is really what I got, and I think that it would be risky to buy in right now, but you're allowed to do whatever you want. This is just my thoughts on it, so take it with a grain of salt. and I know that I'm probably not going to go in. So, y'all have a good night. Like and subscribe if you want.